Win another loss. GPS another loss. GPS another loss. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Flushed out right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. On 2nd down, Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll be out right at the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Toss play, Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Easy, opposite. Ready, tight.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brees. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production.
Now Brees lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 guys. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Breeze now to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Breeze. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film stuff. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset. Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, Bridgewater. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing on second and long. Breeze. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to get it out of there. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Panthers will take over now first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. First down, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And take spell. Here we go again. Flare.
Now Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Again, it's Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
It's going to be a long day on offense. It's going to be a long day. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Saints nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Again has it complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Barber on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He finds Roberts, complete. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
The 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Carolina.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I'm going to hit you all
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you...
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass complete here to Sanders. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Well, this is caught by Gill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Take over 1st
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game. And then
the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Breeze now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Willie Henry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Bridgewater now. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals that wound up winning that one. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 23-yard run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. Spinning past him. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And they try for two, unsuccessful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Come on, D. Check 52.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, easy. Sammy.
Breeze now. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Panthers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm